Hey, sis, what do you think you're doing? I can't believe I finally decided to allow you to come to mine and Benjamin's wedding, only for you to reply to my invite message that you're not coming? How rude! Explain yourself. Explain myself? Shouldn't it be me asking you to explain yourself? Why should I have to explain a thing? What kind of masochist goes to the wedding of the pair of snakes who betrayed them? I know you only invited me so you could rub my nose in it. Or could it be? Do you still have feelings for my Benjamin? Does the regret over not being able to have him still eat away at you inside? Does it still keep you awake at night? Suck it, loser. Give me a break, Lisa, as if. Jeez, Becky, would you, get over it already? It's been over 2 years now. Look, I get that my Benny's a slick, stylish, high-flying company owner with more charm and charisma than a used sports car salesman. And I get that it must suck that your attempt at marrying your way into money failed so miserably. Now that I think about it, I guess when an ugly cave troll like you misses her window to get married, there's a strong chance it means a lifetime of being lonely and single. Taking all of the above into account, I suppose it's only normal you'd still be obsessed with your old fiancé, the one who got away. Like I said, no way. You couldn't be more wrong if you tried, I assure you. But unfortunately for you, Benjamin is my husband now. You're so not having him back. I don't want anything to do with the cheating lowlife you got your dirty claws into and stole from me. He's dead to me now. I wouldn't care if I never saw his face again. Huh? You could return him to me gift-wrapped with a ribbon on, and I'd still return him faster than you could say scumbag. So please, get married with peace of mind that I have precisely 0 feelings left for him. Goodbye. I just heard from Mom. Is it true? What are you doing, Becky? You showed up at my wedding? I thought you weren't coming. I mean, I did think there was a possibility you wouldn't be able to resist, so I prepared a seat just in case. But I'm still seriously surprised. What is this? I don't think the message app will let me send the number of crying, laughing faces I need to reflect how amused I am right now. Sorry to burst your bubble, princess, but I'm here today on an invite from the groom. Huh? The groom? As in… Oh, I'm with you. Benjamin prepared you a seat because he knows you still have really strong feelings for him, didn't he? He's so kind and considerate. What an amazing surprise this is. No, it's not like that at all. But still, I can't believe you took him up on an invite he only sent out of pity. Have you no self-respect? You have serious issues with letting go, sis. Want me to help you find a therapist? I'll pass, thanks. He only invited me due to our work relationship. It couldn't be helped. It's okay, honey. You don't need to make excuses. I'm not judging you. Actually, scratch that. I so am. I guess this means all the performers are in place and it's time for the show to begin. Thanks for showing up to my wedding, sis. You're the best. I'll make sure I rub your nose in how loved up and happy me and your ex-fiancé are together so much you'll be itching to make a dash for the exit before long. Make sure to show me your most heartbroken, jealous, ugly loser face before you do, okay? Pretty pleased with the cherry on top? Hey, sis, what the hell was that you pulled at the wedding? You had no right to embarrass me in front of everyone like that. You disgusting little witch. Have you no integrity or self-respect? You make me cringe. What are you talking about? You were sat next to President Blumpkin the whole time, weren't you? I sure was. Why? What's wrong with that? Mr. Blumpkin is the CEO of one of Benjamin's client companies. Sure, I know that. What of it? What? You knew? Wow, so you really do have no self-respect or integrity. I'll ask you once more. What are you talking about? Looks like you're up to your old gold-digging schemes again. Once a gold digger, always a gold digger, huh? You thought this little stunt of yours was gonna bag you a man with even more money than Benjamin, didn't you? Sorry to have to be the one to break this to you, sweetie, but Mr. Blumpkin just got married last month. I can't believe you're so desperate to find a husband. After missing the boat to get married, you'd set your sights on a married man. How tragic. I can assure you I'm not as desperate or unprincipled as you seem to think. But an ugly cave troll like you is sure to stay single forever. I get it must suck to be you, but would you mind not pulling embarrassing stunts in front of my whole wedding on your desperate panicked hunt for a man? I'm not desperate or panicking at all. I'm married. Why would I be? Huh? Wow. So you're so pathetic, you're resorting to blatant lies now? This is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. I might actually feel bad for you if I wasn't laughing so hysterically. How about you try asking Benjamin? Huh? Benjamin? Yep, Benjamin's the one who invited President Blumpkin and his wife to the wedding today. I had my suspicions when the invite came, but it's clear to me now that he invited us without having any idea who his wife actually is. I figured there was no sense in keeping it from him, so I had Donald call him up and explain. You should know that my wife is your ex-fiancé and your new wife's sister. Are you still happy for us both to come? Huh? Donald, wait, what? You're Donald Blumpkin's wife? Are you seriously telling me us being together at your wedding all day didn't give it away? How was I supposed to know? Actually, I guess no one from work had seen us together before. And we did get married on a tropical island in the Bahamas in a small ceremony that only Donald's close relatives were invited to. I guess you can be forgiven for not putting two and two together. Wait a second. So you two really are married? Well, this is the first I've heard of it. Duh, of course it is. It's because I cut all ties with you 2 years ago when I found out you'd been screwing my fiancé behind my back. Not to mention our parents for blindly defending you throughout the whole thing. If not for today's wedding, you probably would have never found out. I can't believe this. What the hell? Benjamin was pretty shaken when the penny dropped too. Despite the fact that Donald explained he was married to your big sister on the phone, I get the feeling he somehow managed to convince himself I was just someone with the same name. The human ability for self-delusion really is an incredible thing. You should have seen the look on his face when he saw us together. All the other bigwigs from the industry were with their wives, so he couldn't even pull back to compose himself when he realized who Donald's new wife is. I've never seen him look so sweaty and agitated. Once me and Donald were sitting there in the front row, sweaty Benjamin had no choice but to accept the fact we were there. What the heck? This isn't fair! I can't believe you married Donald Blumpkin. He's the one they call the prince of the hotel industry, isn't he? He's model-level handsome, and it said he's one of the richest men in the state. I cannot believe this. Ugh! His company is so big, it makes Benjamin's look like a kindergarten club. I was so jealous when I heard he got married last month. I thought, wow, that's one lucky woman. And then on today of all days, I find out his wife was my ugly cave troll of a big sister all along? Not fair. No, I won't have it. You can't be happier than I am. Not fair. Wow, Lisa, you're unreal. Have you heard yourself? You just got married to Benjamin. You're a married woman now, so I strongly suggest you stop saying things that could give people the wrong idea. But it's true. Wait a sec. If Donald was happy to marry an ugly, washed-up old hag like you, surely a beauty like me should be in with a shot. No, scratch that. More than a shot. I bet he'd drop you in a second if he knew he could have me. Huh? Right, that's it. It's not too late. I'm still in with a chance. Yes, I can still bag myself a high-spec stud. My very own CEO husband. Time to go tell Benjamin he's out of luck, because I'm marrying Donald. Lisa, what on earth are you saying? Why? Why didn't President Blumpkin want me? This is so messed up. It was so easy for me to seduce Benjamin back when I stole him from you. I barely even had to do anything. A suggestive smile, a subtle flutter of the eyelashes, and he was mine. Anyone with a working pair of eyes can see I'm the better option here. Is Donald blind? Listen to me, Lisa. You should know that guys like Benjamin who give in to the temptation of other women despite having a fiancé are the exception, not the rule. I'm guessing the fact that you were so easily able to seduce him gave you the false impression you could do the same thing to any guy whenever you wanted. But as you now know, Life's not that simple. But this is me we're talking about here. I told Donald he could have me as his bride. Me! Surely there's no way he could resist an offer like this. Aha, that's right. I bet he just needs time to think about it. He's sure to toss you aside like the piece of garbage you are any time now. I just know it. Have you really still not noticed? Noticed what? Who my husband Donald really is. What do you mean? He's the CEO of one of Benjamin's client companies, right? Nope. I guess he did look extra sophisticated at the wedding, what with having contacts in instead of his glasses, and he did change his surname. Huh? What are you getting at here? Are you trying to say he's someone I know? Exactly. Stop acting all self-important and just tell me who he is already. His old surname was Davids. Davids? Full name, Donald Davids. He changed his name when he married into the Blumpkin family when they wanted a successor to inherit their hotel chain. And that's how President Donald Blumpkin was born. Donald Davids? Wait, that four-eyed loser? I'd really prefer it if you didn't call him that, but yes, he's the person you're thinking of. The same Donald Davids you bullied mercilessly as that gloomy four-eyed loser for 3 long years in high school. No way, this cannot be real. You and your lackeys put Donald through hell. He knows what a malicious, black-hearted lowlife you are better than anyone. Any chance you ever had of him liking you disappeared when you chose to subject him to 3 years of hell back in high school. This isn't the kind of thing you can make go away by smiling and fluttering your eyelashes. Oh my God. Fine, I get it. Okay, you can shut up now. I give up. He's all yours. You win. This time. You might have won the battle, but you didn't win the war. Don't go feeling all smug about yourself just because you lucked out one time. Soon, I'm gonna marry a man richer than you could possibly ever imagine. You'll be so jealous you won't even be able to sleep. I'll have so much money, you'll be begging me for handouts. Just you wait and see, bitch. I think you should try taking a look at reality before getting lost in your absurd fantasies. Huh? Reality? Whose fault was all the drama over the breaking up of the engagement yesterday? Who cares? I'll just say it was your fault. If you didn't trick me into getting engaged to a worthless loser like Benjamin before climbing your way up to President Blumpkin, none of this would have happened. I think this is what they call avoiding reality. Are you actually being serious? What? Yes, I'm serious. I think you'll find the one who broke up the engagement was you, Lisa. If you hadn't totally lost your mind and tried to get your claws into someone else's husband on your frickin' wedding day, you wouldn't be in this mess. Huh? If you still don't get it, I suggest you think long and hard until something clicks. Goodbye. Becky, apparently the compensation and the money for the wedding venue comes to a nice round $50,000. You better hurry up and pay it pronto. Why me? Because everything that happened was your fault. Who else would be paying if not you? I'll be sending you my bank details soon, so make sure I get every last cent of what's mine. Ugh, you're impossible. You haven't stopped to think and reflect on your situation for even a single solitary second, have you? Why should I have to think about anything? Because Benjamin isn't asking me to pay him $50K, is he? He sent you the bill. Which means that no matter what you say or think, from his perspective, this is all your fault. Huh? What? Good grief. Come to think of it, this is exactly how you acted when you stole Benjamin from me 2 years back. This is all your fault for being so ugly, Becky. If you were beautiful and gorgeous like I am, I would never have been able to steal your man in the first place. Obviously, that was never going to wash with anyone. Which is why Benjamin ended up paying me the share of the compensation you owed me. Stop dragging things up from the past, you bitter loser. That's old news and no one cares. What a shame. Now you've gone and made another huge mess for yourself because you didn't learn anything from your past mistakes. Huh? It's hardly strange that your fiancé would claim compensation from you after you betrayed him, is it? It's common sense. I think it's about time you noticed what a tragic mess of a human being you are. What are you talking about? I'm not messed up at all. I am so beautiful that people will forgive me no matter what I do. You might feel confident saying that in private messages to me, but how about we see what you're really made of? Are you ready to say the same thing in front of a lawyer? Or how about in front of the cops? Or if this ends up going to court, how about in front of a judge? Could you say the same thing then? You don't seem to know this, but it's seen as common decency to apologize when you do something wrong. However, if you do something that an apology won't make up for, you pay compensation, settlement money, or damages. You apologize financially in the form of giving the person or people who suffered as a result of your actions money. Given that your ex-fiancé is currently filing for compensation from you, that's the exact situation you're currently in. Do you understand yet, Lisa? Benjamin covered for you after what you did to me 2 years back, but something tells me you won't be so lucky this time, what with him now hating you and all. Let's face it, you don't have a hope in hell of our mom and dad being able to come up with $50K, so this time, you really are on your own. You don't have to take my word for it either. Apparently, they told the rest of the family they can't afford to cover for you this time around.
That's why you're gonna help me.
You still don't get it, do you? I'm President Blumpkin's wife. You know, the same President Blumpkin you made an inappropriate sexual advance against on your wedding day. I'm also the same person you caused untold emotional distress to 2 years ago when you stole my fiancé. Surely it doesn't take a genius to figure out that helping the person who hurt me is the last thing I'd do. Start using your head for once in your damn life, you childish pea-brained moron.
Oh my God, don't call me such horrible things, you meanie. Ugh. You know what? You can try and make me feel bad with your nasty name-calling and insults all you like, but the bottom line is I can't afford to be paying anyone $50K right now.
In that case, how about you get a job and start earning your own money for the first time in your life?
Huh?
You heard me. You were so confident in your little trick of dating and marrying guys with money would get you through life without ever having to lift a finger. But you were wrong. And what do you have to show for it? You're alone and desperate in your mid-20s without having ever worked a single job. You have less experience of the real world than most high school graduates. Whether you have any self-awareness or not, whether you realize how desperate your situation is or not, you're at rock bottom, and there isn't a soul in this world who's either able to or wants to help you. That's why it's time to grow up and find your first job, Lisa. You have no other options, and the sooner you accept that, the less painful this will be.
Me? Work? No, I can't. Is there no way I can get out of this without working? I don't want a job. Surely I'll be able to find another rich guy to seduce.
Relying on rich men to fund your existence has its limits, Lisa. It's time to face reality. I suggest that unless you want your situation to get even worse, you get to work on writing your resume ASAP.
What?
I've made your situation as clear as I possibly can. There's nothing more I can say to you at this point. Oh, and it should be obvious by now, but I have absolutely no intention of helping you. Goodbye.
Me? Work a job? But how?
As for what happened during the few months preceding today's saga, for some strange reason, Benjamin started stalking me. When I told my husband Donald, he made some phone calls and used his respected position in the industry to get my crazy ex-fiancé fired from his job. The fallout didn't stop there either. Everyone at my dad's workplace found out about the Lisa incident, and before long, the whole workforce was talking about him behind his back, and he was the butt of every joke. Unable to bear the embarrassment, he voluntarily resigned. Unbelievably, he showed up on our doorstep begging me and my husband for money, apologizing profusely in floods of tears for always taking Lisa's side. Naturally, we slammed the door in his face and got on with our day like nothing had happened. Last I heard, he's working 12-hour shifts at a fish factory just to keep on top of the rent. As for my wayward little sister, I heard my parents kicked her out immediately after finding out about what she tried to do with my husband. In a desperate panic, not knowing what to do, she ended up accepting a strange offer from a suspicious man on a street corner. And now, she works the kind of job I'm not even sure I should mention here. Hint, she's out a lot during the night. It was when she sent me an arrogant message boasting about her new job, fawning over herself for how amazing she was for being so popular with so many men, that I realized my sister was well and truly beyond saving. I blocked her without saying anything on the sound advice of my husband.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Oh, Kendra, I need a word with you. It's actually really important. You really need to hear this. There's no mistake that you'll end up being single for your whole entire life. You're just so unlucky in love, aren't you?
Is this you, Heidi? What are you talking about? What's brought this on all of a sudden? What are you trying to say, Heidi?
I think you know what I'm trying to say here, Kendra. You're such a plain, depressing, and gloomy person. No wonder no man wants to be with you because you're that depressing to be around. If you had at least half the cheerfulness that I have, you would be living a slightly better life. As for getting a marriage partner, well, your personality specifications might not be that good as a girlfriend, but something might be there that some guy will think you're a catch. You know, it really is a shame that you'll be alone for the rest of your life. Oh my god, I think I'm tearing up with how much of a shame it is. You poor thing, Kendra.
Okay, thanks for that, Heidi. Really needed to read that. You just say things so casually, just out of the blue.
Oh, you're most welcome. It's my pleasure. Do you really think that I feel sorry for you or something?
Oh, by the way, I've got something to tell you since you're messaging me. Next Sunday afternoon, there will be guests coming over to my parents' house.
Oh, really now? May I ask who these mystery guests are, or are you just going to keep it a big secret?
My fiancé is coming over to talk with my parents. He's going to ask my parents' permission to marry me.
Excuse me, what? What are you talking about? Are you actually being serious right now? What fiancé? Your fiancé? That can't be possible, can it? He's going to meet your parents for the first time, and he's going to ask for your hand in marriage? He's getting their permission?
Yes, that's what I just said. My boyfriend and I met at the same university. We're planning to get married and register our marriage in about a year's time.
No way, what? You can't be serious. Is this for real? You're actually dating someone? Like an actual man? He's real? He's living and breathing?
Well, that's what I just stated, Heidi. I don't get why you don't believe me. I think my mother will talk to my brother tonight about my fiancé. I'll leave it up to them to decide whether or not they want to meet him at this point in time.
Wow, I just can't believe that it's true. You've actually got a man who wants to marry you?
Yeah, well, I'm going on a date with him right now, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have to end this conversation here.
But why? I'm not done talking to you. You leave and throw all this information at me? Are you actually telling the truth, Kendra? I have so many more questions to ask, though. Spencer, we need to talk. It's urgent. You won't believe what's going on. Have you finished work? If you've finished work, please message me. Have you heard from my mother-in-law at all? Has she mentioned anything to you?
Oh, hey, Heidi. What are you talking about? I don't think she mentioned anything recently. Did something happen?
You're not going to believe what I just found out. Kendra has a man, like a real man with flesh and bones.
Really? That can't be right. She's actually dating some guy? Like a real human being?
Yes, a real human being. Apparently she's going to introduce him to her parents so that the guy can get permission from them to marry Kendra. He's coming by their house next Sunday, I assume.
What the heck? That's crazy. I can't believe that she actually has a man. Well, before you know it, it somehow happened. She's no more than a pathetic, depressing younger sister who somehow managed to get a guy to like her.
I heard from her earlier, and she mentioned that they attended the same university and that they started dating. Oh my god, I can't actually believe any of this.
What are you talking about? What's happened now?
Kendra's actually graduated from university? I just realized that. It didn't sink in until now.
Yeah, let me think. Yeah, she definitely did graduate from university.
But from where, though? Where did she go that would accept her and let such a pathetic girl study at such an institution?
Heidi, she went to Cornell University.
No way. Really? She went there? Isn't that one of the most prestigious universities in the United States? I thought she was only just a high school graduate and did nothing much with her life. I didn't think she could be accepted to a place like Cornell. That's so hard to believe.
I didn't think I said that she was just a high school graduate. Maybe you just forgot that she went to university.
Maybe. I don't know. I probably didn't listen to her when she mentioned it. Wait a second. So does that mean her fiancé also went to Cornell as well? What the heck is going on here? I can't believe this crap. It's just so annoying.
Okay, Heidi, I understand. Why don't you just try calming down just a little bit, okay?
How can I calm down, Spencer? This is so unfair. How can she get into a school like that when she's so pathetic and depressing? That is so unfair.
Look, Heidi, this isn't something to get too worked up over, okay? Hey, just because they both went to Cornell University doesn't mean they got amazing grades and were excellent students, right?
But that doesn't make sense to me. It's still an amazing school and they got in. What are you even saying?
After all, someone from Cornell like him would of course most likely be the kind of person that would choose Kendra as a partner anyways. Besides, in this day and age, your educational background or your status in society aren't always equal to each other. You could be a complete lowlife.
Ah, I see what you mean. So they could be just as bad as each other, really? That makes sense, right?
Exactly, Heidi. So in all honesty, I don't think there's any point in worrying about it.
That's true, yes. I'll stop worrying so much about this. I guess I was just disappointed and so perplexed about finding this out that I lost the plot a little. You know, you're absolutely right about all of this. Hey, Spencer, because it's such a big deal that she found some poor guy that he's going to marry her, how about I take a stance on not meeting this lowlife until the day of Kendra's wedding? That'll really stir things up, huh?
I don't get what you mean. Why would you want to do that? I thought that maybe you'd want to get as much information out of him as possible.
Because we are such a superior couple who are much better than them, there's no need for us to see them before the wedding. It's so we can show that we don't want to mix with the likes of them. They're just lowlifes, and their marriage is going to be so insignificant.
Ah, okay. I get what you mean now. That's a pretty extreme thing to do, but I can see why we should do that. You're always so good at coming up with interesting things, Heidi. You're very savage, you know that? Let's do it and put it into practice. It's going to be so funny when they see that we want nothing to do with such scums like them.
Hey, Spencer. Hello, what are you up to? You're coming straight to the wedding venue after your night shift, right? Will you be able to find the place? Or have you already arrived?
Hey, I just got to the venue now. Isn't it great to have a wedding at such an amazing venue? This fella that Kendra's with is super cheeky. It's like he's pulling out all the stops to make it look like he's not such a lowlife. Don't you think it makes sense for a little sister to have a wedding that's a bit more modest than her brother's wedding? You would think that she'd consider that. Of course, this guy she's with didn't.
That's so true, Spencer. You're so right. How dare she be like this, trying to show up her own brother and thinking she's better than you? Even though she's just a plain and pathetic little girl.
Okay, Heidi. I think you need to settle down about this, all right? You're getting way too carried away. This is my sister we're talking about.
Hey, if you don't breathe air into the fire, Spencer, it can get dangerous. That's all I'm doing in this situation. Don't you think that I should do something about your pathetic sister? I am such a genius. I'm so clever. What a successful surprise. Or maybe it would be more fitting to say, what a huge success instead. I can't decide which one is better to say.
Is that you, Heidi? I don't get what you're on about. You don't happen to be drunk, are you?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I quite possibly could be drunk. I had a drink with my friends and then came straight to your wedding ceremony. If I want to have some fun, I really need to have a few drinks. You know, Kendra, I was looking forward to seeing a drab and super depressing wedding because that's what you are. I was so shocked to see how magnificent the wedding venue looks. You're just trying to show off now, aren't you? So as punishment for ruining my mood, I'll just push you from the top of the stairs and boom, down you fall. It was so funny. I crack myself up sometimes.
Heidi, do you have a clue about what you did? Did you even think through all of this?
Yes. You think I should apologize to you, right? Well, I'm sorry that I had no choice but to push you down the stairs. I was drunk and my hand just slipped. I couldn't help but be off balance.
And now I'm injured. Don't you even feel just a little bit of remorse? Don't you care about other people's feelings?
Look, Kendra, a bride wearing a white dress and white bandages goes so well together. It'll become such a well-known look now, huh?
Are you kidding me, Heidi? Is that all you wanted to say about this?
Oh, don't get so angry now. Not that I'm scared of you or anything. You're so pathetic, Kendra. Your brother was also in a bad mood. I guess it just comes with being a part of such a crappy family. He's right here besides me laughing at this whole mess.
That person isn't part of the family.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Stop making me get confused.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Heidi. Think about what just happened really carefully, all right? You realize that this is a very serious situation, right? Did you notice that the person you threw down the stairs was taken away in an ambulance?
Oh, is that right? Well, oops, my bad. It's okay because you're trying to act all high and mighty anyways.
Heidi, if it was me that you pushed down the stairs, how am I messaging you if it happened less than an hour ago? Are you still not getting the picture?
What do you mean? Didn't I push you down the stairs? So what if you're messaging me after?
You pushed the wrong person if you were aiming to push me instead. You didn't push me down the stairs. You pushed my friend, Heidi.
Wait, what? Oh, did I? It was your friend? Well, if it was just a friend that I pushed, then it should be no big deal. So on behalf of my family, I apologize to you for getting the wrong person.
You can't just talk to me like that. You are so rude, and you need to take the consequences of your actions.
What? You? Aren't you brave for not calling me by my name? I'm so scared.
Hey, you big jerk of a brother. We need to talk, you disgusting human being.
I beg your pardon? What is with that language? What did I do? What's with you calling your own brother disgusting human being? That's not nice.
You know that I saw the messages that my oh-so-lovely sister-in-law sent me, right? Did you know that the person Heidi pushed down the stairs and that we had to get an ambulance for was my friend?
Yeah, I might have known about that. Well, I'm sure your friend is probably a similar type of person as you since you're both friends. Sad and pathetic, I bet.
It was Sasha Bennett that was pushed down the stairs.
What? Who are you even talking about? How am I supposed to know all of your pathetic friends?
Are you kidding me right now, Spencer? I won't take that as an answer. Surely you must remember her name. Think about it, you idiot.
Sasha Bennett, you say? Oh, crap. Wait a minute. No way. Can't be. She's not a relation of Mr. Bennett, my company's boss, is she?
Ding, ding, ding. You finally got it. The woman who was pushed is your company's president's daughter.
No. This can't be happening. This simply can't be true.
May I ask why not? Don't you see that it's already happened?
There's no way that such a plain and pathetic person like yourself has any sort of friendship with a glamorous person such as my boss's daughter. This must be some sort of crappy joke.
Why would I joke about my friendships? Both of us went to Cornell. We were in the same year.
I'm sorry, what? She went to Cornell as well?
Yes, I did just say that. I suppose I should also tell you just one more thing.
What is it now, Kendra? You're already making me stressed out as it is.
You and Heidi never made the effort to meet my fiancé, or rather, you completely avoided him as you had no interest in meeting him, am I right?
Yeah, and? What's wrong with that? If we don't want to meet your pathetic fiancé, then we don't have to. Why do we need to meet a man who's choosing such a lower-leveled woman like you? Just being related to a superior couple like us is enough to make you feel at least somewhat feisty, even though you're so boring.
Okay. Do you have the invitation on hand right now?
Yes, I do. But what's that got to do with this?
Haven't you even looked at the groom's name?
I don't see much point looking at his name if he's going to marry you.
Don't be an idiot and read what the invitation says.
Look at his name.
There's no point, Kendra. I don't care and will never care about this guy you're marrying. Okay, what's going on here? Fine. I'll look at the stupid invitation. The groom's last name is Bennett. What the heck is this? Some sort of cruel joke? Just hold up a minute, Kendra. Is this for real? If I'm not mistaken, my boss had twins. A daughter and a son. No way. You're not marrying my boss's son, are you?
Oh, yes, I am, big brother. It's his son. He was also in the same year as me at Cornell. That's how we met.
But how can someone like him be into you? I don't understand this situation.
Well, of course, this doesn't mean it's okay to push someone down the stairs or not. Your own wife just pushed your boss's daughter, and the groom is his son. With that, it seems that the position you're both in is a bit like walking the plank. You're going to be in a lot of hot water with your boss, I'm sure.
This can't be happening. This is a complete disaster.
I guess there's no need to give any more of an explanation. You've got all the information you need.
You can't be serious right now, Kendra. You've gone and messed everything up.
Now, just hold up a minute, Kendra. You could have told me all of this in advance, so none of this would have happened. Well, I did try to tell you, Heidi, but you weren't taking any of it in, so I couldn't say a word without your criticism. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this. This is so bad. You avoided meeting my fiancé and refused to meet him, and now it turns out that you're his enemy. This can't be real. You're lying to me. There's no way that I would have known that something like this would happen if we hadn't met. I wish I had met you without being so amused about the situation. That shouldn't be what you regret, Heidi. You're an idiot, just like my brother. Spencer, you need to reply to me right now. Where the heck did you go? Don't you think it's bad to run off whilst I was in the middle of messaging your pathetic sister?
Would you just shut up, Heidi? You've gone and messed everything up. You screwed up big time. I don't want to be with you. I want a divorce.
What the heck, Spencer? Why? I've barely done anything wrong.
If you're going to be like that, you're definitely going to get arrested for what you did. It's no joke that the filth in this society are people like you, my own wife.
Excuse me? How dare you say that to me? I'm not filth. You're the one who agreed to your sister's punishment, didn't you, Spencer?
But you're the one who went through with it, not me. I had many complaints about Kendra because she's my sister. I would never go to the extent of trying to push her down a flight of stairs.
Oh, so now you think it's okay for your own wife to be treated like a criminal then? Doing what I did is not that bad.
If you can't see what you did was wrong, then I'm divorcing you. That's why I don't want to be your husband. I don't want to be involved in the downfall.
What did you just say? You can't just leave me when you're just as bad.
Hey, Kendra, why have I been cut off by the family? I divorced that horrible wife. That has nothing to do with me, I swear. And by the way, I have received a transfer offer to Kansas City Town sales office. If I get transferred there, I won't be able to get promoted anymore, and I'll be downgraded to just a regular employee who's been there for a number of years.
So, why are you telling me this?
Well, you're married to my company president's son, right? The wedding was actually quite a small one in the photos with a small party of relatives. Sasha's injuries weren't life-threatening either. The ceremony was held at a different time due to the circumstances at the venue, but it wasn't canceled. So I'm now the next president's brother-in-law and his wife's older brother. Don't you think it's odd to be demoted? Please say it's odd and help me get back on my career path. Please, Kendra.
What were you saying earlier? It won't be my husband who inherits the company. It's the person who got into an accident. It'll be Sasha who takes over.
Excuse me, what? It's not going to be your husband?
My husband works for a company in a completely different industry and has no connection to his father's company.
Can't be serious. Is Sasha who'll be in charge after my boss?
As it was your place of work, I assumed that you knew the details, you know?
I didn't know. This must be some sort of lie. I can't believe it. But my elite life, it'll all disappear if I get demoted.
Oh well, big brother. I don't want to carry on with this conversation with you.
But this can't happen to me. Are you all pranking me?
Good luck with your life, Spencer. Goodbye.
But my elite life. No, I need it. Help me, Kendra.
It seems that my brother was having a breakdown, but I just ignored him. After the incident, a complaint was filed against Heidi. As for my brother, he seems to be telling me that he wasn't involved in the crime. However, considering his current behavior, it's difficult to say that he's completely blameless. The punishment came in the form of being cut off by my family and demotion from the company. But what happened to Heidi? They were unable to reach a settlement, and now she's got a criminal record, and she's being asked to pay compensation and all the medical bills. To pay for this, a relative who runs a business seemed to reluctantly hire her. No one in her family seems to be kind to her after what she did. She had become the snob of her family and always thought she was in the right. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.